It is Monday morning. I've just had 8 hours and 45 minutes sleep, which makes me so happy. More so because it was on a Sunday night. I feel as if I've got the best start possible to the week. So, always a good feeling. I'm going to show you my diet. A typical day in the diet. This isn't what I have every single day, but a normal day. Bit of context. I go to the gym 3 times a week for an hour. I do around 20 miles a week, about 8,000 steps a day. I think that context is important because when it comes to the calories at the end of the day, take into consideration that some days it may be slightly higher than this, some days it might be slightly lower. But this is what I typically eat. A couple of weeks ago, I did a video on ultra processed food and how I simply don't have as much of it anymore. So I thought it'd be quite interesting to see what it is that I now have. So, hope you enjoy. This is what I normally have for breakfast 9 times out of 10. Frozen fruit, strawberries and banana from Aldi, about £1.75. Basic peanut butter, crunchy. Whey protein isolate, this is caramel flavored. And then 100 grams of porridge. I typically do tend to get the old-fashioned oats or the organic oats. So you're probably looking at around £2 per box. But mix all this together and then a little bit of honey. Where is my honey? There we go. And of note, I mix all my porridge with just water. I don't mix it with milk. This is filtered water. It probably costs about £12 for 4 cartridges, and 1 cartridge lasts a month, but it's just fresher, and I do think it tastes nicer. So I mix that into my porridge, and I'll show you what it looks like.
It would be thrown around the trash. The rule was that you couldn't sell the car for a year.
It is 2.5 hours later, and it is time for a little snack. These are available at Tesco and Sainsbury's, but I think there's only 1 flavour at Sainsbury's and 3 at Tesco. I don't really understand why it works like this, but it is what it is. Really, really nice. Very few ingredients, just the raw, hence the title, raw ingredients. So it is 216 calories, 13 fat, 18 carbs, and 5 grams of protein, and 2.5 fibre. I find it very filling and very tasty, so I'm going to eat this. Next meal will probably be lunch, so I'll see you then. This is pre-workout. I have just had a slice of sourdough, just completely plain, but I have another slice of sourdough here. Aldi, highly recommend. Tin of tuna, John West, spring water always. The real deal mayonnaise. I did used to have the low calorie alternatives, but then I realized that, well, there's an abundance of other ingredients that make it that little bit more processed. So try to keep it to a minimum. So just normal mayonnaise, sprinkle it with salt, sprinkle it with black pepper, always chugging some water. And yeah, this is literally it. So if you're somebody who struggles with digestion whilst you're training, be mindful of what you have for the meal before the workout. So I always, as simple and as plain as this looks, I try and prioritize a high carb, moderate protein meal, because that way when it comes to my workout, my digestive system isn't having to work overtime to digest all these complex fats. So try and keep your fat for the pre-workout meal as low as you can and save your fats, personally for me, in the morning and in the evening. So I'm gonna get this down, chug a bit more water, and I'll see you at the gym. So I've just come into the car and I found an empty wrapper of my favorite raw bar. This is only available at Sainsbury's, to my understanding. No idea why. Please, Tesco, do something about it. But this is peanuts, almond, and cocoa. The ingredients in this: peanuts, almond, cocoa, rice syrup, dried dates, crisped rice, honey. That's it. So, yeah, 80% fruit and nuts. Big fan, I'd recommend. Special mention to the Granny Smith. This is my favourite type of apple. Just bought some from Tesco, as well as some blueberries. These I probably have at least one a day, sometimes two, depending how I'm feeling. Time for a post-workout. Okay, so we have, I'm hoping, enough. Hello, it's me. Just had to jump in here to say that I am not responsible for the fact that there are perfumes within this fridge. My dad is weird, like I think most people would say about their dads, but he has a habit of putting aftershave and sun lotions in there, and I don't understand it. There's nothing I can do about it. That's why they're there. Back to the video. Wow, I'm tired. This is my post-workout meal. So this here is about 300 grams of Greek yogurt, 1 scoop of protein powder, blueberries, banana. I would normally have some seeds in this, so I would normally put in some 4-seed mix, but I'm gonna save my fats for later because I wanna have a steak. So a no for these today. It's still absolutely delicious though. So that is a typical day in terms of my diet. A few things of note. The calories there are around 3,100. It's not 100% accurate. It's around that figure. My calories vary from 3,000 to 3,500. Generally speaking, around 170 grams of protein, 380 carbs, and 75 grams fat. I typically eat a little bit more and closer to 3,500 on those days that I'm running, of note, just because I'm simply burning more calories and I get a little bit more hungry. In addition, you'll notice I didn't have any caffeine. There are some days where I just don't have any at all. I probably have around 2 cups of coffee a week, one of which is at the weekend when I go and read the newspaper in my local cafe. This is just the way I am. Outside of that, I don't have any pre-workout, no stimulants. I don't take any creatine. I have whey protein isolate only, simply for the fewer ingredients that are within it and with the little bit more protein. And I think on a final note, what I would say is it may seem a bit boring and a little bit too clean, my diet, but 2 things. I think the more wholesome and the higher protein your diet is, the better your performance and just generally the better you feel. And also when you focus on such foods, you're less likely to have cravings. I think cravings are so apparent amongst people's lifestyles because A, they're either sleep deprived, or B, they are relying on these products to kind of get a little bit of a sweet fix. But the problem is when you have one of these such products like chocolates, sweets, crisps, you want to have more, and it's difficult, I get it. So the key is just not having them in the first place, or isolating them to maybe a night in with friends at the weekend, or having maybe one night of the week whereby you do indulge a little. So I personally don't really get many cravings because I don't indulge in those foods all too often. I don't have any fizzy drinks. God, I sound really boring, I know, but I don't have any fizzy drinks anymore. I've not really had fizzy drinks now for 4 months, I think, nearly. And again, the less you have it, the less you crave it. So this isn't me every day making a conscious decision. I can't have any fizzy drinks. I can't have any fizzy drinks. I just don't feel the need to have them. So yeah, I'm sure I'll do another day of this. But if you have any questions, let me know, and I'll speak to you in the next one.